I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wrenches in my top drawer. Hey, what's up, guys? This is MJ100K, and today I want to react to the 2025 Toyota Camry. They are coming out with a new model, and I want to react to it because that is one of my favorite cars. I actually own 2 of them. So let's go ahead and talk about it on today's podcast. So the big news is the Camry is just going to be hybrid. It's hybrid only, no V6, no regular 4-cylinder, only hybrid. And that is a bold move, I think, by Toyota. But we will see if it turns out to be the right decision. What else? So this Camry is going to have an all-wheel drive option on every trim level, which is pretty cool. I know I don't personally think that most people need all-wheel drive, but I mean, that's in any car. But some people in some environments absolutely prefer all-wheel drive. I noticed when I was in Colorado, there was a lot of all-wheel drive vehicles, like probably over 80%, I noticed approximately, of the vehicles I saw on the road were all-wheel drive. A lot of Subarus, a lot of big trucks too, but if you saw a car, it was almost always all-wheel drive. I think that's because it's very hilly, very sometimes really steep hills, and sometimes hills that just last for a long time. A lot of people with houses on driveways. So all-wheel drive is definitely something that they would want. But I think for most people, you know, if it snows a few times a year, and even if it snows a lot, but it's pretty flat, like in Michigan or something, you don't really need all-wheel drive anyway. But that's going to be up to you guys, and we're going to talk about it. I want to look at a video I saw on YouTube and kind of show it to you, and we can react to it because that is what we could do sometimes. So here we go. All right, so this is Toyota USA's video, and you can look it up. The title of it is 2025 Toyota Camry Reveal and Overview. So if you want to check this video out, I encourage you to check it out. So here we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to give you an in-depth look at the next generation 2025 Toyota Camry. The Camry nameplate has a long, proud heritage as the #1 best-selling midsize sedan in America for the last 21 years in a row. The latest generation continues to build on its winning heritage with increased performance and efficiency, a new dose of style inside and out.
All right, so yeah, one of Toyota's best-selling vehicles. I think the RAV4 actually sells a little more than it now, but I don't think the family sedan is dead yet. I think there's still room in most people's heart for a full-size family sedan. So they are making a new one. Let's see. Let's skip forward to the different grades.
XLE and the sport-focused SE and XSE. And in every grade, performance is a focal point. Every Camry will now be 100% hybrid, bringing a combination of power and fuel efficiency, as well as agile, confidence-inspiring handling. This powertrain debuts Toyota's first ever pairing of its 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine with the latest generation of the Toyota hybrid system, featuring a lithium-ion battery.
All right, that's nice. We got the lithium-ion battery, latest generation hybrid, 2.5-liter engine. That's I believe that's the same engine that's in my Camry, 2.5-liter. And I like that engine. It's really good. So yeah, 2.5-liter engine only. No more V6. Say goodbye. I think the V6 is going away on most Toyotas. I think that's what's going to happen. All right, so the miles per gallon specs are not available yet.
Looking forward to a manufacturer estimated 225 net combined horsepower on front-wheel drive models and 232 net combined horsepower on all-wheel drive models.
Okay, so I noticed in that video, it looks like those numbers are going to be for the premium fuel. If you use premium fuel, you'll get horsepower numbers that high. Um, I'm thinking you're probably not going to have to use premium fuel. I'm guessing, but if you want to go that fast, I don't know why you need to go that fast anyway. It's a Camry. It is not a Supra. All you speed demons out there.
Since every Camry is electrified, you can look forward to smooth, immediate torque generated by its electric motor.
Yeah, that's one thing we got to remember about electric cars. Electric motors have like almost a instantaneous torque curve. So as soon as you step on the gas, it's gone. Like I've driven an electric car uh one time, and yeah, it feels like that. Like it doesn't like suck in air a little bit and then go. It's just like as soon as you step on the gas, it's like zoom, like it just takes off, which is fun because I think the perception from some people a lot of times is that electric cars are slow and boring, but I don't think that's true. All right, so let's talk about the looks of this. Okay, now I have to tell you, just looks are subjective, obviously, but just in my opinion, when I first saw these headlights, I was thinking, what the frick? This looks so weird. But when I look at them, when I've looked at them now for a couple days, and they're starting to grow on me a little bit. I think some people kind of think this looks a little bit like a hammerhead shark design. And I didn't like this line sticking out at the top, like right above the headlight. It kind of there's a line at the top going forward. It looks kind of weird at first, but when I look at it and I like put my thumb over it and I look at the vehicle without that line, that definitely looks super weird. So I think maybe that line does kind of need to be there from a visual aesthetic, but yeah, it's kind of growing on me. But the thing is, I think we all realize most people don't buy a Camry because it looks great or it looks cool. I mean, they buy it because it's a reliable vehicle and it's got good miles per gallon and it's comfortable on the inside. It's kind of just right for most people. And, obviously they're known for going super high mileage. So, excuse me. So that is why I think most people buy a Camry, not really for looks. They got a new grill, as you can see. Um, it looks all right. So this one here, it looks like you ever see like a medieval knight and he's got like the helmet on and at the bottom he's got like a chain mail, a little covering over his neck. Like that's what it looks like a chainmail neck guard. But it looks kind of cool. Like if you ever saw wrestling, WCW back in the 90s, Scott Steiner used to wear that. But yeah, it looks all right. It looks good. The rear looks pretty good. I like the rear. Let's see what else can we say. So here we go. The LED headlights.
And each grade will also wear a distinct grille true to its character. To take things a step further, XSE features a body color matching sport grille, and the sporty SE and XSE grades showcase racing inspired, functional aerodynamic air ducts and front side canards. You'll also notice a rear diffuser as well as a rear lip spoiler. The XSE grade features some exclusive design elements.
Hey, you want to know something? When I was working there, they I forget which vehicle it was, but it had like this dual exhaust, like these two tips in the back, and one of them was not functioning. So it was just like there for looks. And then we noticed that as the car got miles on it, like one of them would be dirty and one of them would be clean. So it looked kind of weird. I'm hoping that this little dual exhaust tip, both of these are functional on this Camry, or it's gonna look weird once it starts to get dirty.
From head to toe. 19-inch multi-spoke alloy wheels in a smoke gray colored finish.
Yeah, I like these rims. These rims are coming up. I like the rims on my Camry, my 2017 one. I think they look pretty good. So, all right, let's look at the inside.
A dual zone automatic climate control system with rear air vents comes standard across the lineup, as does flexible storage space for greater utility.
All right, good. So you see the, I know these little, oh, you know what? I just noticed that. All right, so first thing, you see how this is black, right? Now, this is important. Uh, when I used to work there, the Prius had like a white cup holder area here, and as we tested it, it got like soup, like the stains really started to show through. So we kind of reported back to headquarters. It was like we just made a suggestion. It was like stop using white. Like it starts to look super dirty as it gets old and gets scratches in it. And then I looked up. I had to look up like every other car in that class, and nobody else had white cup holder area but Toyota. And then even other Consumer Reports put it. They noticed it and they said it looks like a stormtrooper's bedpan. so so all right, I'm glad they went to black. But look, I noticed you see this parking button here that is underneath of the shifter. Um, on on a lot of Hondas, they put that button there. And I watched this guy's YouTube channel. He's a mechanic at a Honda dealership. He was saying that this button always goes bad because people they put drinks and stuff in the cup holder, right? Obviously, and they end up spilling stuff in this area where these buttons are. So unless you're really careful with your drinks, you may end up messing up some of these buttons, getting water and spilling coffee inside these. So I don't know if that's something Toyota might want to think about in the future, not putting buttons over here in this area. I know it seems it seems like a great place to put them, but in reality, they start to get messed up and people end up breaking them. So that's just my 2 cents.
There are also 8 cup and bottle holders spread throughout the cabin. Ergonomic improvements for seating comfort were a focal point in this generation. For example, the front seats have updated seat backs and repositioned headrests. Heated and ventilated front seats are available as well, depending on grade. The Sporty SE and XSE grades come with standard aluminum sport pedals, in addition to a leather-wrapped steering wheel with paddle shifters.
Oh man, I like this interior. I gotta be honest. These pedals look pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not gonna be going fast, so I probably don't need those. But yeah, just the look of it looks good. I like how they integrated the touch screen here. It looks more integrated into the dashboard. I notice a lot of newer vehicles, they look a little weird because the touchscreen is just kind of floating up at the top. It looks like it's plopped on there and it's kind of out of place. But here it looks pretty integrated and I like it. I like how we got a little bit of color on the passenger side. And yeah, I like the way it looks.
Unique to the XSE, you'll notice artistic perforations in the leather trim seats. On the XLE, a new quilted pattern interior trim made of dynamic microfiber brings a sophistication all its own.
I don't know about this. Like, I'm a reserve judgment, but I don't know. I hope this is easy to replace and easy to clean. Um, it might be a great idea, but I don't know if it's going to hold stains a lot. Like, I could imagine me because I eat in the car a lot. Like, I don't know. I'm hoping I don't get like fingerprints and stuff all over this little fabric here, but I don't know. I'm gonna reserve judgment on that. I'm watching this whole situation.
And both XLE and XSE offer the option of adding a panoramic glass roof with a front power tilt and slide moonroof.
Oh God, I know people they love these panoramic roofs. Some people. I hate panoramic roofs. I really don't like them at all. And like every new car has like it seems like every car has an option to have a pano roof now. And even some luxury cars, like can almost not even get away from them. Pano roofs are so freaking complicated, and they're so expensive when they break. Like if you buy in a used car, I would recommend never getting anything with a pano roof because they are super expensive to fix when they break. They get like they get so you have to grease these areas where the roof slides, and it seems like it always gets contaminated with stuff. The leaves and stuff get in there, just a mess. And plus, I don't know why. In the accident, I don't want some glass roof over me. Like I would rather have steel up there. Like I barely tolerate a regular sunroof, but a pano roof is just huge. Like I don't like it. I don't like pano roofs at all.
Your multimedia system, paired to a standard 8-inch or available 12.3-inch touchscreen display, is front and center. This system houses Toyota's available connected services, offers an available 9-speaker JBL premium audio system, and features standard compatibility with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto so drivers can stay connected to their devices while on the go.
All right, so that is really really important in newer cars. If they're, I think that what we have learned is that every new car is going to have to offer Apple and Android wireless or CarPlay or whatever you want to call this as the interface because that's really important to a lot of people, even me too. So uh, when I used to work there, they had tried to develop their own kind of interface because you have to pay Apple and Android like for the rights to use this stuff. So, I mean, from a financial aspect, it makes sense to try to design your own. But what we found in a lot of the surveys is that no matter how well you design your interface, if it is not exactly what people are used to when they're using their phone, they're not going to accept it, even if it works exactly as your normal interface. Because people they get used to the icons, they get used to the way of doing things. They don't want to learn a new system. I mean, it's a pain in the butt. You just want to be able to plop in the card, hook up your phone, and the same icons from my Apple I see on the screen of my car or for my Android, it's the same icons. It works exactly the same. It has to look and work exactly the same. I think GM is kind of learning that. I think they were only offering one of them, and I'm telling you, some people will not buy a car just based on that. So I think, I mean, it's just something that OEMs are going to have to deal with. They want Apple CarPlay or Android, no in-house stuff. It's not acceptable.
That central touchscreen isn't the only screen drivers will appreciate, as a 7-inch digital gauge cluster comes standard, and a 12.3-inch fully digital gauge cluster is available.
Yeah. So your regular clusters will be fully digital, and I think that's just the way it's going to be going forward with all cars. There's no point in having a manual or just a traditional gauge cluster anymore. It's just easier to get a LED screen. All right, so we got plenty of USB ports, USB-C, which is a new thing some phones are having. All right, so here we go. It's got some new safety features as well. Let's check it out.
The Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 suite comes standard with features like a pre-collision system with pedestrian and cyclist detection, lane departure alert with steering assist, automatic high beams, full speed range dynamic radar cruise control, lane tracing assist, road sign assist, and proactive driving assist.
All right, now proactive driving assist. I'm trying to figure out what that is. It looks from the picture like looks like if you're about to drive off the road I don't know if it'll help you. It'll manually take over the steering wheel, or if something will flash on the screen to tell you not to drive into a freaking ditch. But yeah, that's good. This safety stuff, a lot of people like this. A lot of people like this stuff, man. I like it. I don't feel like I need it, but I would like having it.
The nation's top choice sedan for over 2 decades in a row.
All right. I don't know. I like the red color. I like the red or the silver. I don't like this aqua blue looking color. I mean, just personally, it looks a little weird. But yeah, so the Toyota Camry is looking pretty good. But let's compare it real quick to a couple other vehicles. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the 2024 Accord, which is the direct competition. Now, this is what the question is for me. I don't know what the price of the new Camry is going to be because it's all hybrid now, right? So there's no regular ICE engine option. So my question is, if the Camry starts at 32,000, like the Accord hybrid starts, if they're going head to head, then they're really close. It's kind of a toss up, right? But what about for people who want to be a cheapskate like I am and get the $28,000 Accord instead of the $32,000 Camry hybrid, right? They might lose some sales for $4,000 difference. Some people might say, hey, I'm not ready for a hybrid. I just want a regular vehicle. And the $28,000 Accord has a turbocharged engine to start with, 192 horsepower. So that's if the Camry comes in at about $32,000 price for the lowest model. But what if Toyota offers the lowest model Camry at $28,000 going head to head against the Accord? Oh my gosh. In that case, I would definitely get the Camry because it has much better miles per gallon. I mean, I'm sure the miles per gallon is probably going to be around 50 at least. So yeah, that's going to be better miles per gallon than the regular turbocharged LX, I'm sure. So yeah, then if they could price it that low, I think they would definitely win the head-to-head battle with the Accord. I mean, those are the two head-to-head option. Those are the two best options, I think, right now: the Camry and the Accord for a regular sedan. Some people still like sedans. Not everybody wants a crossover, but even they outsell them a little bit. But I think some people still want sedans. But yeah, that's going to be the price. That's going to be, I think, what is going to determine which one of these vehicles sell more. Now, let's look at the some interior. Let's see, where are the pictures at? I want to show you some pictures. Gallery, interior. Look at that. See, I like the Accord from the rear. I think it looks good. I think it looks nice and normal. I like the interior. It's so basic. And yeah, they got the all the enhanced safety features. They call this Honda Sensing Suite. Collision mitigation braking system, road departure mitigation system. Yeah, that looks like the thing Toyota has too, where if you're probably about to run into a ditch, it'll help you. Let's see. Interior. I like the interior of the Honda. I like both these vehicles, if I'm being honest. But I think pricing is going to be the difference. Now look, here we go. All right. Now remember I was talking about that park and brake button is in this place is right under the shifter. See? But you see where you put your drinks is right next door. So people they end up spilling stuff on all these buttons. Then the buttons break and then you got to go get it fixed. You know, that's money. So yeah, like it is a super convenient place to put this button, but it's not convenient for spilling stuff. Oh my goodness. So yeah, if you have one of these cars, either one of them, make sure not to be careful and not spill stuff all over this. Don't spill your mocha frappuccino in there. Okay. Now the interior for the Accord is, you know, it looks good too. I don't think the touch screen is as well integrated into the dash as the Camry, if we're being honest. But it looks like it's just kind of plopped up out of nowhere. I don't know. I like it to be kind of flow with a little bit better. I mean, not that that's going to stop me from buying the car anyway, but it's just stuff I notice. And you got the fully, it looks like it's a fully LED center cluster there. I like I like Honda interiors. I've always liked them a little bit better than Toyota in general, just because they're so basic. I love basic interiors. Maybe I'm just a nerd like that. But yeah, see, I like I like the way the Accord looks. I think it looks dignified. I think it looks pretty cool. But let's see. There was one other vehicle I wanted to show you. I wonder, a lot of people might not have known this. The Chevy Malibu had a hybrid, and then they stopped making it in 2020. I think 2019, I think, is the last year you could get it. And I to would like to make a request to the CEO of GM, if you are watching. I would say it might be a good idea to bring back the Chevy Malibu Hybrid. Okay, we need a US car in there for some competition. We can't let the Asian automakers take over the market completely. I want some competition. I like all these vehicles. All right. I like them all. But yeah, look at this hybrid. This Chevy Malibu Hybrid. Look at this. And they stopped making it probably because nobody bought it. But I think people would like an option. So here we go. GM estimates fuel economy ratings of 49 miles per gallon city, 30 or 43 miles per gallon highway, 46 miles per gallon combined. That is what I'm talking about. That is a strong offering there. I like that. I mean, I think maybe the focus started to get put on electric vehicles, but now with the economic downturn, people, I think, you know, I talked about this in the other video, people are pumping the brakes a little bit on these electric cars. So they're thinking, well, look, maybe a hybrid is a better option for now. You know, give me the option. I can still put gas in it and I can get great miles per gallon. And some of these will run on just the electric motor only. All right, so here we go. 80 cell, 1.5 kilowatt per hour lithium ion battery pack provides electric power to the hybrid system. It can power the Malibu Hybrid up to 55 miles per gallon on electricity alone. So it looks like you can drive this in just EV mode. If you don't live that far from your job, you might be able to get there and back on just the EV battery. That's pretty cool. All right, so look at this other feature here. All right. The engine features Chevrolet's first application of exhaust gas heat recovery, or EGHR technology, which uses exhaust heat to warm the engine and cabin. It improves engine warm up and helps offer consistent fuel economy and fuel economy performance in cold weather. Now, that is very important. If you saw my video I made on the Honda CHR, they were having some issues with oil dilution, and that was because, which is fuel getting into the oil, you know, and then that makes the oil not work as good, and then the engine, you know, could get damaged and the engine can blow basically. So they were finding that the engines weren't warming up as fast as they thought they should. You know, sometimes people go on short trips, and sometimes people just exclusively have short trips and they're in cold weather. So the car like never warms up, right? So this is a very important feature, right? To keep the oil dilution from happening. So yeah, I like that feature from Chevy and from GM. And I am making a request to bring back the Chevy Malibu Hybrid. We need competition. Competition is good for consumers, and I like it. So there we go. Those are the options. We got the Toyota Camry hybrid only, looking coming in strong. We are going to see what the pricing is going to be like. We don't know yet. We don't know what the miles per gallon. Miles per gallon is probably going to be high. It's probably just waiting to get certified. But the price is what I think is going to be the big factor. Now, the Accord, also a good option. And we're hoping the Chevy Malibu Hybrid comes back strong. New design. We'll see what happens. I don't know which one I would get if I had all three options. I don't know yet. I don't know. I like Toyota, but I like Chevy too. Chevy, I am a little partial to GM. I like to see US automakers doing well, you know, because I live in America. So there's a lot of people that get jobs behind US automakers. I mean, whole towns are dependent sometimes on US auto manufacturing. But also there's a lot of Toyota plants in the US too. You know, Kentucky has a big one. And Honda has a big one in Indiana. So we'll see. All right. Well, anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know which one you would get in the comments. Which one would you prefer if you were in the market? The Malibu Hybrid, the Toyota Camry Hybrid, or the Honda Accord, which still has a regular ICE option. The choices are here for us, and we should make the best decision. All right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good one.